Today we are back with some more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. What we're going to be going ahead and doing is setting up sugarcane finally today. As well, I did get some harvester bot upgrades off camera. We're still trying to get more. I need one more for this guy. And another thing we're going to be going ahead is adding more coal nodes to our coal node area, because I do want to start making coal the mass production instead of the glowberries, because I'm going to start manually farming zombies so I can finally get enough zombie spawners for this whole thing. Because right now it's actually kind of good for me to manually farm mobs. I did make my sword looting too, and I prepared this sword off camera with my galactic kit and then just got a ton of books on it. But we are going to make sugarcane today. That is the plan. And then we're also going to be doing that as well, maybe expanding upon the farm up here to add some torch flowers, of course, because I still manually farm and then I put everything in this sell bot, which overnight in like 12 hours I made about 12 million. It's like a million an hour at least is what I'm making, which is pretty good. Anyways, we're gonna hop on AH really quick and buy some coal nodes. So we need to look up coal and buy the best priced ones, or just really any under a million. That is really the go-to plan right now. One thing I do not like though is that they can't fix the AH thing where it kicks you out of the auction house every time you buy something. You quite literally have to go back in manually, which is kind of tedious, but I'll be fine with it. And I think we'll buy some coal nodes that are over a million, unless they're like stacked pretty much. Let's just see what the cheapest option is here. Okay, we could get these ones. Okay, this might be enough. I think I misplaced one as well. Okay, so we'll have a spare one here. I just need to turn this off so we can actually break this, because apparently this is not supposed to be here based off the rotation pattern. Now we should get a better balanced system here, because I've been killing a ton of mobs recently, like just trying to figure out how I can get 30 zombie spawners, because no one's selling any, which is kind of unfortunate. So I kind of have to grind for them. So I get a lot of rotten flesh, and I would like the coal to keep up. And the best way to do that is make a mass influx of coal, so it's always the #1 priority of items going into this system. And then it sells the spare excess coal, which is not a bad idea. And the iron fuel seems to be keeping up pretty well, which is nice. And I noticed I didn't need a crafting bot level 2 upgrade in here. The reason I removed it is because the hopper right here, as you can see, there's a little arrow pointing this way. It was facing this direction where I'm swinging, and it was not going into the proper slot like this one. So basically it was only putting in items into this hopper, and it was overflowing. So I didn't need the crafter upgrade tier 2, but if we're gonna make bone bar eventually, maybe I'm gonna need that, so we might as well keep it. So for the time being, I'm gonna get rid of this hopper for the glowtorch or glowberries, because I want to see how much the production of coal will produce in here. So how many mining bots do I have? I have 3 more. We'll set up another 2 layers of this, because it's about a million per coal node. We're gonna buy this one right here, and then buy some more on AH, because we can get another full rotation, so we're actually only gonna set up one more. I'm trying to buy the cheapest ones possible, but also like the good deals. So the last good option is about 16 for 17 million. I think we're gonna buy one of those, and we can set up 2 layers now. It's 27. We won't have a full amount from my knowledge, but we'll have like half of a full layer, or more than half of a full layer. So we're gonna set it right above this. So let's go ahead and get some stone brick really quick. Just get a stack of that, and we'll build up. So now we should be able to place all these down, and we have a full rotation here. And turns out I'm building this wrong anyways, so no, we can't get a full rotation. I missed literally just a slim of the area back here. We need 5 more. That's another 5 million. No. And the best option is this, because it's just all in bulk, and it's exactly 5. But I guess that means we can build it now. I'm just wasting so much money, but it's actually gonna make me more money, so I can't really complain. It's just so annoying. And the Halloween event is ending today as of the time I'm recording this. I don't know exactly what time, but it's supposed to end on a Sunday, and it is Sunday definitely, so it's gonna be ending soon. Anyways, we got the coal nodes now. We need, how many hoppers is this? 5. And then we set up our little hopper stream, and technically we don't need 5, we only need 3. Never mind, because we're only doing 2 layers. I thought we were doing 3 for some reason. So put this down, and we'll stop it. Do it with the same thing here. And are there any mining upgrades on AH? That's actually a good thing I want to check. There's a tier 2. We need a tier 1, and the best is 6 million. The other one was 10, so that was the best option we could have gotten. So we put the upgrades in, so we get the 5% double chance, as well as the island XP. Now we need a link chest, which I don't have one of those either. Oh my gosh, money, money, money. Okay, this is our best link chest. We'll buy that. And then we need fuel, so we'll grab all that as well. Do this, and then we do this. And then the last one there, and then we set up the white channel. There we go, we got it situated. Now we put it on to the the proper thing here. Turn it on, and it should start mining. There we go. They're starting to mine. We can break this little layer here because we don't need it anymore. It was just temporary. Now let's see the influx of coal, because I believe this is the only chest that picks up coal. Or which one picks up coal? Oh, it's this one. So it picks up coal from just here. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly swap these around. We're gonna put coal over here and torch flower right here. So this one's gonna be torch flower, and then we're gonna set this one from torch flower to coal, because I want it to only take coal out of here. And we're also gonna move this hopper facing this direction so we can make sure it's always coal being taken from this one spot so it never overflows. I think that was an issue we would have occurred in the future, so I just don't want to take the risk. So we're picking up too much coal, I just noticed, and I need to start figuring out a revamp for this. So we grab a chest and we're gonna put it here, and then collection, set this to coal, and then on this one I guess we can set up a new one. So we need 2 hoppers, put them along here, and then we set a chest, collection, and then we put coal as well. There we go. So now we shouldn't really have an overflow, I'd assume. Like, it's gonna fill this whole thing but still collect, and then it's gonna go into here, because yeah, it's slowly stacking up. As you can see, the number is slowly climbing, and then we have it feed into this hopper, which feeds on a different side with torch flowers, which shouldn't be too much of an issue if it's just the overflow one, so we should be fine. And there's a lot of spare coal on the ground I'm gonna grab because we don't want to miss out on that. In the meantime, it's finally time we do some sugarcane. So we're gonna go ahead, go into shop and buy some dirt, if I can remember where that is, of course. So we buy some dirt, and I guess we go up to about, well, actually I don't even know how I'm gonna build this, because from my knowledge you need like water sources and stuff for the sugarcane to even be placed down. So I'm just trying to think of how I would do this. We're gonna go along to each end, and then we're gonna fill this all in with grass. So the reason we're building all this grass is because we're gonna have a layer of like slabs, and then the bot goes over that, but the slabs are gonna have water in them, so we have to fill each individual slab, and that's about maybe 32 per row, so it's not too many. Or wait, we don't need slabs. Why am I thinking about slabs? Okay, so I just found a better solution we can do this, because I was thinking about this completely wrong. We don't need a ton of water buckets. Okay, so we're gonna buy some dirt, even though I just sold all my dirt, because I just found a better way to do this. I was thinking about this so completely wrong. I haven't done sugarcane since last map, so I'm just kind of confused. So we put down a whole row here of just like dirt on each side, and then in the center here is going to be water, and then the sugarcane will be on top of this, and a block above the water will be where the bot goes on top of that and harvests the sugarcane. I now remember how this works. If I'm gonna be honest, for sugarcane, I think we're probably just gonna put it with the torch flowers. I think that's the best option we can do, so these two. So I might as well set these up beforehand. So we're sugarcane here, and then it's in this one as well, and we'll see if that works or not. And then we need water buckets, so we'll grab some and we'll test where I want to put these first. That is the first idea that I want to go with. So I think with the water, we're gonna put it right above each sea lantern, so that's above there, and then this one should be above here. No, it's not. And then this is a sea lantern, that one's right, and then this one needs to be checked again. It is not. So 1 2 3 4, there we go. I just want it to be kind of lined up, even though no one's gonna see it. Might as well. And actually, I am gonna make it so people can see it. We're gonna use slabs for where the bot can go over. So what we'll do is we'll go along like this with a decent bit of slabs, just so it's viewable, so people know how to build it if they come to my island, which is IS Warp, not Connor. You can visit my island doing that. And then sugarcane on the server, I recall, only grows 2 tall on the server, so that's why we build it like this, because it's not gonna grow 3 tall in total. Yeah, it says it will grow 1 block upwards in chat if you right click it. So that's why you build it like this, because the bot's gonna be running across the layer hoping for a sugarcane to grow in. Pretty simple. Someone said if I was still needing a tier 1 harvester upgrade, so I told them to put it on AH for 10 mil, because I was buying for 10 mil earlier, so I was waiting for someone to put that up. There we go, we got that, so we can put it on the torch flower. Let's go. They came in clutch because they saw my message from earlier before I started recording. Good thing I still had 10 million. I would have been in shambles if I couldn't purchase that. And we're probably not going to be putting any upgrades on these until we get enough money, because for the sugarcane, it would be useful, but it's just not possible with the amount of money we have. So we'll go ahead, place down some more sugarcane. I think we can only put down another row and then a little bit of a row from my knowledge, because yeah, it's a stack per row. So we kind of need to look on AH if there is any sugarcane, which I highly doubt there is any, but if there is, I'd be very, very happy. So we'll go ahead and take a look here in a moment. So I looked on AH and there's literally no sugarcane whatsoever, so I'll probably buy some off camera because we aren't really in desperate need. So I just bought 2 link chests for around like maybe 4 million at total. And then I also did get the hoppers. So now we need to set up the fueling system, which realistically isn't too difficult. It's just a matter of putting in the fuel itself, which I don't really enjoy having to do that pattern each time, but it actually does help a ton. It saves time putting in that extra bit of time, because then you don't have to have all those hoppers fill up and that takes forever. It's just so much more convenient. So I'll put the link chests down, even though we're not going to be using them yet. If I can place that right, that'd be nice. So now we're going to grab iron fuel because we need a decent amount of this though. And then we need, I think, 2 stacks of regular fuel and coal fuel so we can fill the item slots. So we'll start here and then put coal in this one. And then we just repeat the pattern. It's about 7 stacks of iron fuel we have to put in here. All right, 1 more and then we are done. Perfect. So now we do the other side, which do we have enough fuel for this? Yes, we do. Okay, perfect. Just had to double check. We were right on the spot of having enough fuel. All right, last one. And we turn this one on. There we go. So now this should fill up. And now we can start working on getting these bots going. So I've not seen a single piece of sugarcane grow. I think it's just taking its time. So what I think I'm going to do is wait for this all to grow because it's not really growing right now for some reason. And then I'll place down the harvesters. And I'm also going to build in the next clip a torch flower area and maybe a sugarcane area. I'm not too sure, but we'll buy the torch flowers on AH because I think we need a total of a stack. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, but that should be enough just alone right here to make a whole layer of this. So we'll focus on that once we are done this. So I'm going to come back once I have the bots and all this working and when I want to finish this thing. So I'll give you guys an update here in a moment. So it is the next day and I want to give an update on what I've done. So I put coal into here and as you can see, it's filled up and the spare goes into here, which is pretty good. So it works pretty much perfectly and flawlessly. But I think we put the sugarcane in these 2 chests here and then I actually changed them up to these 2. And the reason for that is pretty simple. You can craft sugar in these bots and you'll get more money if you do so. And I put that crafting upgrade level 2 into this specific bot because, you know, we kind of get a mass influx of sugarcane. So it's 1 craft per sugarcane. So it kind of needs to have an upgrade so it can craft way more items at once. I've also been manually grinding some zombies. I did get around another 10 spawners and I plan to get probably the other 13 that I need just to fill this up in the future, probably off camera though. And the sugarcane, let's give an update on that. So it's now growing. It just took a while to start growing, but the thing is with these bots, we can only go up to about, I think it was 14. So we have spare sugarcane just sitting here, which is kind of unfortunate until I get 100 million to upgrade my island to get more bots placed down, of course, which is unfortunate. But yeah, the bots are working perfectly, which is really good. And I think I'm gonna save making the public warp expansion for the torch flowers and the sugarcane. I think I'll save that for next video because if we look in PV1, I have everything that I need here for it. It's just a matter of getting it done, which I don't really need to do right now since this video has been long enough. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all the support recently, and I will see you all in the next one.